Aries, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. I am Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to look at your energy for the next couple weeks. So let's get into it. Grab a coffee, grab a tea, grab a beverage, sit back and relax. I hope that you're doing well. There is a lot of tension in the air astrologically. It's been a lot to overcome. As I was preparing for this reading, what I was hearing and seeing in the astrology is that we have a lot of intuitive hits, intuitive guidance as to how things are going to play out. And we need to decide which side of the coin we want to be on. And it was funny, after that, I was looking at something on YouTube and this video popped up. And it said, "Engage the dragon that burned you." I loved that title, and I felt like it was pretty confirming and spot on for what we're traveling through right now. The North Node and Chiron are in Aries, so our healing comes through our self-empowerment. And we empower ourselves when we are able to overcome those proverbial dragons, those things that make us feel stress, anger, frustration, fear, insecurity, lack of stability, lack of worth. Those are the things that we have to confront right now so that we can empower ourselves towards living a life of happiness and fulfillment through what we do, who we engage with, how we're showing up for ourselves. So we'll start off with an energy cleansing Aries. I was going to say area. We'll set the tone, set the vibe. It's a good time to do so for yourself as well, especially if you want Spirit to deliver messages, answers, guidance for a specific situation you're dealing with. These are obviously collective readings, so use your discernment. Take what's yours, leave the rest behind. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is blocking the highest and best messages from coming through. Fear, doubt, insecurity, lack of worth, lack of value, anger, frustration, annoyance. Remove it from our being. Hot. Help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, Mama Love. Okay, let's get into it, Aries. So tensions are high in the astrology when I'm recording this. Like I said, these are timeless messages. So whenever you find it, as long as it resonates for you, then it's meant for you. But when I am recording this in real time, like I said, astrologically, there is just a lot of tension. I love this card that just popped out. Harmonize in the here and the now. Sync with the rhythm and wisdom of the universe. It's so important. A lot of times drama, chaos, changes, etc., they kind of remove us from that element of presence, which is so important. What is it? Eckhart Tolle's The Practice of Presence. What it actually means to be like in the moment, in the here and now. And the drama, the chaos, it really kind of takes us away from being present. Because we're worried about what happened, we're worried about how things are going to play out in the future, and we miss kind of not only just like what's happening in the moment, but I think it also takes away from learning those deeper lessons, the wisdom that is coming from those situations, that there is a lot going on. Okay. That's what I was going for, but they all fell out. Excuse me. Okay. So cultivate joy, see the blessings through the challenges, through the difficulties. I know it's so hard to have a heart of gratitude. I know, because it does force us to extend that hand of forgiveness and understanding. Again, another practice of disconnecting ourselves from that which we can't control, right? From the past or the future. We are in the present moment. That is what we can contend with, so to speak. Not control it per se. We can control ourselves. We can control how we show up, what we say, how we act and engage. There is this call for you to trust yourself a little bit more, trust your instincts, trust your intuitive guidance. I feel like you're coming from a space and time where you didn't really give yourself enough credit, where, I think, yes, intuitive guidance, whether it's coming from third eye, crown chakra, however you want to understand that, it can just be those little hits of information that make things feel like they come together, like it's bringing an answer or that piece of the puzzle that we're missing. And they're fleeting, right? They come in and out. And then the ego, the monkey mind comes in and is trying to, make us believe it's not true. Forgiveness is something that has been coming up very strongly in the collective as a whole. It is that friendly reminder that, again, I think it is a practice of disconnecting, finding peace, finding tranquility through the process of forgiveness. Forgiving what happened, what we can't control in this moment, so that we can have freedom in order to move forward in a more empowered way. You're seeing something from a new perspective. Very ironic that the cards are just falling out everywhere. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Obviously, you're Aries energy. I understand that. But I feel like this is dealing with something or someone, seeing the ickier parts, the shadow parts. This could even be pieces of yourself that you're having a hard time contending with. And again, the more we go over it again and again and again in our mind, the more it keeps us connected. I'm not saying turn a blind eye. I'm not saying forget, because that's not valuable either. Spirit is really wanting you to find a little bit more happiness and balance and peace in your life over these next couple weeks. You're going to receive that through connecting with these messages of guidance, having awareness through your third eye. There's some type of protection that you do need to put into place. I feel like this is coming from past energies or someone that you've known for a long time, a person, a situation. We're seeing a lot about people right now. We're at the tail end of Gemini season, and Gemini just brings up duality. It shows us different sides of people, and we're seeing some ugliness. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's so interesting. Things are popping off left and right. You can see this anywhere you go, in the news, whatever, the way people drive, going to the grocery store, etc. Just the way that people are interacting and behaving, it's all that tension, it's all that fire energy. I know where I'm at right now. It is so hot, and it just it imbues that fire. It fuels that fire is what I should say. So 4 of Cups energy, I believe Pisces had the same card in the same spot when I did their reading yesterday. So taking something for granted, kind of getting lost in your own feelings and your own emotions around a situation. And I feel like it's really distracting you from kind of doing that, whether you want to call it healing, making peace, kind of being able to let it go. It's keeping you from that. And I feel like back to that original message of engaging the dragon, not being afraid to look at something in the face is really important for you this week, especially when it comes to things you don't want to look at, things you don't want to see, things you would rather just be, turn a blind eye to. For And it's loyalty, it's commitment to someone or something. And it feels like it's something that's incredibly important to you with the Hierophant energy. But you're also seeing places where you're not getting that reciprocity, or you didn't receive that. You didn't receive that in a situation. You trusted someone or something, and I do feel like it was they led you in the wrong direction or took advantage of your trust. And now you're in a space where Spirit is calling you to protect. I'm not saying you have to cut out relationships if that's not the climate. You know, people mess up, things happen, whatever. Taking time to just have some boundaries, have some separation is really important. And I'm hearing this protection as a lot about like figuring out how much you actually want to engage and invest in this person, meaning how much you will do for them, how much, time and energy you will give them. They are in a place of rebalancing. They're in a place of finding a little more grounding and stability, maybe taking rest. Maybe you are shouldering a lot of the burden for someone right now and have been. But I do feel like something is, something's not right is what I'm hearing. It's like either you're finding something out or you're seeing a picture more clearly, a situation, something that happened. I feel like you gave this person a lot of benefit of the doubt. Maybe even doing their dirty work. Sorry, Aries, but for some of you that message will resonate. Doing their dirty work. And I feel like it got a little bit messier than what you anticipated, or it wasn't the truth of the situation. Again, dirty work, right? That's why. So it's making it really hard. It's making it really, the energy's a little tense. We're seeing that in the astrology. You don't really know what to think or what to do or how to move forward. It's the difference between empowering yourself and giving power away to this person or situation. This might be someone who just kind of has a hold over you, or you're used to doing a lot of things for. And yeah, it comes from that space of love and, believing in this person, believing in their ideas or what they're trying to grow and build. Queen of Coins, Virgo, Taurus energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I was going to say Earth energy. Someone who's very stubborn. I feel like this is connected to this individual or situation that you have been dealing with. They want to have all their pieces in play. They can't do it themselves. They rely heavily on other people to fill in the gaps. And I almost hear like over delegate. Like they're what is that? That like boss energy, not boss energy, but like, when the boss is just like sitting, watching everyone work, that's what their energy reminds me of. They want to have all this time, all this space, all this freedom to do whatever they want to do. The Lovers, Page of Cups, or Six of Cups. Yeah, Six of Cups. The Lovers, Six of Cups. So they, and I feel like this is someone, again, it shows longevity in this relationship. It shows commitment. It shows love and affection. It doesn't have to be romantic in nature. Someone could have also been dealing with personal situations, i.e. family, relationship, breakup, that type of thing. Or a lot was going on for them personally. And maybe that's why you did take on the burden. But then at the same time, I feel like what has come out of this experience, what you're seeing now is like, would I really have given them that much of my energy had I known? There's something that keeps drawing me to these chains in the forgiveness card, the chains that have bound you. And again, that's where I do feel, Aries, like your energy has been subservient to this other person or situation. And Spirit really wants you to find that freedom, break free, release resentments. Because the way you're engaging with this energy right now is just saying it's repeating same mistakes. Like your loyalty is to this individual. Even if like you don't like it, it's not like you don't like them or you're not unwilling to give your loyalty, right? But I feel like you're just not as confident about giving that to them nowadays. There's something about it where I'm hearing it might be a little too enmeshed. It might be a little too codependent, the relationship. And it feels to me like you are the one who ends up with the short end of the stick. And like we talked about, Gemini season is highlighting a lot of these things with people, especially with Pluto in retrograde. It's forcing us to make those changes. Really look with that eye of awareness, not only through our own sight, our own vision, but also our intuitive insight to make better decisions that are more heart honoring. Because as it shows right now with this 10 of Swords, there's a lot of stress, pain, struggle, betrayal for some of you that's embedded in this energy. And it's headed in that same direction again. If you can't come up for air and kind of see what's going on, see the dynamics, lots and lots of stress. And maybe, this person saying they're going to change, or they didn't think about it that way, or, there's a lot of justification. But for you and even for them to some capacity, they're in this Four of Swords energy where they're thinking a lot about what has happened. They're thinking a lot about what they did, how they showed up, who they were. And I feel like some of this is karma. What you reap is what you sow. And I feel like some of this is the repercussions for what this person chose. You're still backing them, right? But at the same time, there's a lot of stress about how this is going to be in the future. Are you going to go back into this cycle again? Is this person going to do the same thing again? Are you going to have to stand by them again? And maybe in a way that doesn't make you feel comfortable, right? Maybe in a way that you would never do in your own life, but you're doing it for them. Really being mindful of that self-sacrificial energy, especially with this judgment. What I'm seeing is the more the weeks unfold, it's like, it's hard to deny, right? This awareness can't help but come through. And so you're gaining more information on that intuitive front. Neptune in conjunction with the vertex point. And choosing healing is really going to help you overcome this. I mean, I know maybe that makes sense, but the star is our healing. It is choosing to be a better version of ourselves, choosing not to engage in things that just don't fit for us or don't feel right for us. We don't have to be anyone's, I don't even know what you call it, but lackey? I don't know. I thought of a lot of different words. I don't know. But, you don't have to be the person that does someone's dirty work, right? You don't have to do that. Yeah, you have to create boundaries. You have to stand in your power. I love that we're ending this reading, Aries, with the Emperor energy, because it basically talks about how as you empower yourself, as you bring awareness in, as you learn to protect your energy, but also finding forgiveness for this person, this situation, the inability for them to understand. the more freedom it's going to bring you, the more empowerment, the stronger you're going to feel, the more you're going to feel like, yeah, I got this. Hoorah. That's what they say. Hoorah. All right, let's close it out with a few oracle messages. Aries. I like it, you know, and we're kind of seeing that in the zodiac readings, even though there are challenges, it's like we're finally getting it. The knowledge that we've gained, the lessons that we've learned, yes, duality, I love this, double confirmation, we're starting to implement. So not only are we seeing duality in other people and in situations, but we're changing as well, Aries. You're changing. You're choosing to take that information, right? Take the wisdom, even if you're not seeing it right off the bat, it's coming. And the more you interact, the more you engage with this person, the more it's going to make sense. Definitely, like, you know, process through your interactions with this person, the conversations that you have. That's also going to give you a lot of clarity, a lot of insight. What type of partnerships are you choosing? How are you choosing to show up in those dynamics? Are they honoring you in return or not? You know, and unfortunately, regardless of how much we love the person or how close we are, if we need boundaries, we all need boundaries. Number one, it's like healthy. It's healthy to do. Number two, you know, we really have to be able to assess the person and set appropriate boundaries and know ourselves at the same time if it works for us or not. The type of relationships we choose to engage with show us who we are, how we feel about ourselves, what we think about ourselves. And that is your key right there. If you're willing to self-sacrifice, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Again, no matter how much you love this person, right? I mean, I've had many a relationship like that in my life where I will give and give and give, and it's to my own detriment. You know, it's places that people won't necessarily give in the same way, or, you know, throw me a bone when I need it, right? And that's just humanity, right? We're ego-based. We all want to be right. We're selfish, you know, on some levels. And that's okay. That's consciousness in its grossest form, meaning that is the most primitive states of consciousness. As we evolve, as we heal our mind, our body, our soul, as we cleanse our consciousness, tapping into those more subtle layers of intuition and knowing, that is when we're living from that spiritual space of moral, of value, of honoring ourselves and honoring others as well. Maybe you do need to get a reading around this person or situation. Maybe you do need to seek out wisdom from someone, or, you know, who's kind of been in a similar situation. Maybe you do readings yourself. Maybe this reading helps give you insight to kind of get a little bit more knowledge. But Spirit's asking you to not limit yourself, right? Really, I feel like this awareness card is huge for you these next couple weeks, Aries. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to have awareness. Don't be afraid to confront that dragon and empower yourself to rise above. I really hope this reading helped. Thank you for your time and energy always, especially if you've made it this far in the video. Definitely drop comments below. I love to hear how it resonates, or, you know, just be a loving hand of support, helping hand of support and love. All right. Hope you have a fabulous few weeks. I will see you soon, Aries.